Hi folks, John Cordisco back again. Another game from round 10, the 78th edition of Tata Steel Chess 2016. This is the A group, the Masters section. As white, Sergei Karjakin, originally from Ukraine, now playing for Russia. And Mickey Adams from England. Mickey was one of the top three in the world at one time, just missed by two tie breaks, two times getting in the World Championship. Anyway, Mickey's getting a little older, so he's having a little tough tournament this time, but I like Mickey a lot. He's a cool guy. He is so even keeled. I mean, nothing phases this guy. Anyway, let's get to it. Karjakin's white. Adams is black. Go through the opening a little bit here. I'm not sure what opening this is, being honest with you. Bishop goes back. That's interesting. Bishop goes back to g3. I like bishop b5 myself, get another piece developed. Bishop g3. It's like he wants him to take, so he can take with the h-pawn, but Adams castles instead. Bishop d3 and b6. Okay, it's a position, it's a game. We're on move 8 and black has equalized already, so you know, it is what it is. Knight to e5. Now, according to the computer, that's the last book move. Bishop b7. Interesting, though. Queen to e2, maybe. Knight takes c6. f4 by Karjakin, and I'm really surprised. I don't think he's going to castle on the queen side because a lot of pawns coming, but then he butchers his king side, so I'm not sure what Sergei's thinking here. Knight e7. Queen f3. Knight goes to f5. Hitting the dark squared bishop, so Karjakin hides the dark squared bishop. He wants to keep him. Bishop e7. And Mickey goes for it. Excuse me, Karjakin goes for it against Mickey. g4. Knight to d6 and g5. He's pushing. It's good to be aggressive. It's you can't just hold back and let your opponent just run over you, but you can be too aggressive. Computer shows us it's an even game. I'm not so sure. I might take black here, to be honest with you. Knight. And white does castle long, even with these pawns coming down. We'll see how it works out. c4. Bishop c2. Trying to get some protection on his king. I think he might feel a little like the crap storm is coming on him. So he's going to get some help here. b5. Just continue on with the pawns. Queen to h3, which I think is interesting. Maybe he's thinking for protection. Knight, maybe. Knight here if he has to. Who knows? b4. Adams just keeps on going. Knight takes. Gets rid of that knight. Pawn takes. Bishop e1. I think white's kind of okay here, but it looks very menacing. I wouldn't want to play white's position. Bishop d5. Excellent move by Mickey. Give you an idea, if B had taken, a bishop takes knight b5. And I think that really he's okay. The king can always escape here. That's a safe spot. This rook comes around. I think white's okay here. Rook g1. Now white's thinking about starting an attack here. And you see that a lot when you're under pressure. Is you try to do something on the other side of the board to distract your opponent. b3 doesn't work. A takes. C takes. The bishop b1. Now the king looks somewhat okay, but the problem is, how is he going to get his pieces over to protect? This knight can't go anywhere to help right now. This queen's shut out. This bishop somewhat protects his pawn, but... And the computer bears that out. It's a 1.5 advantage for black. F5. I think what he's doing there is protecting the E4 pawn, and he wants to move the bishop. G takes in passant. The bishop takes. Either way, it still comes out, I think, for black. Rook G4. That's interesting. Let's go back here. Knight G4 is the computer's choice, and I agree. Rook D2, but I don't like that either because it takes away escape square for the king. So it's interesting what Karjakin's thinking here. I'm not really sure. Maybe he's thinking about doubling up rooks on the G file. Knight F5. Now the king jumps. But look at that light squared bishop on B1. Absolutely worthless. Yeah, he guards the A2 square. Big deal. Queen to A5. Of course, you saw that coming. Knight to D7, I think, is a decent move here. Maybe move the rook back to G2 and try to escape with your king. Rook here. Try to escape somehow. But he goes king E2. And just like that, that's where he blunders. After knight to D7, rook F7, knight takes, rook takes, king to E2. White still stinks, but I don't think it's as bad. Now, here it comes. Bishop takes C5. Pawn takes. Rook A to D8. King to F2. He's just trying to get out of the way. Queen to A1. And it's just bad, bad, bad for white. I don't think I've ever remembered Karjakin getting outplayed this badly before. I think all of us would play queen takes B2. After this, that's the threat. Everything falls apart after that. So bishop to D2, just trying to get some blockage so it's not a check. Now, you see a good move, look for a better one. Queen takes B2, of course, is a good move, but bishop C4 is better. And after queen to H5, white says the heck with it and resigns after he moved. To give you an idea, queen takes B2, king G1. It's just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. That rook on the D file is just murder on his position. Anyway, folks, congratulations to Mickey. I know he's been having a hard time this tournament. And he had a hard time in the London Chess Classic as well. He's getting a little older, but he's still a dangerous player given the opportunity. He's still rated 2744. And if you're rated 2744 and you're having a hard time, you're a good player. But I just like Mickey. Anyway, folks, that's the game from round 10, the 7/8 edition of Tata Steel Chess. I hope you enjoyed it. And I want you all to remember, everything chess is just a game. You're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.